What's up, world? Welcome back to another episode of Just Grow It, the podcast. I'm your host, Big City Gardener, and today we're talking about 7 things you should be doing in your garden in the month of March. Now, this really depends on where you live, so this may not be your March. This may be your April or May, but first month of spring, let's talk about 7 things you need to be doing. Number 1. You need to plant your tomatoes by the middle of March in order to have a spring harvest, okay? You got to make sure we get our tomatoes in the ground before it gets too hot, or else you won't even get a harvest. And not just tomatoes. This month, we also can plant things like peppers, okra, eggplant, melons, all sorts of things. So, first thing, get your spring crops in the ground. Number 2. Plant fruit trees, shade trees, and ornamentals. You want to do that now, early in the spring when the weather is still cool, so that everything has the opportunity to establish a root system before the heat sets in. All right, trying to transplant a tree in the middle of the summer is tough unless you have drip irrigation. Number 3, we need to be planting roses and azaleas. Number 4, we need to start planting all perennials that love the sun. So that includes things like bee balm, mist flower, verbena, rudbeckia, daisies, and even things like lantana. Just like with the fruit trees, we want to make sure that these things are able to establish a root system before they get going in the summer. Number 5, you want to go ahead and plant your shade perennials, or perennials that enjoy growing in the shade. This includes things like creeping jenny, sweet potato vine, shrimp plant, and even the Persian shield. So anything that loves the shade, you want to go ahead and get it planted early in the spring. Number 6, we need to be planting our annuals. So things like your marigolds, your impatiens, your bachelor's button, petunias, just to name a few, you want to get them in the ground early in the spring, as early as possible, so that way they're able to establish that root system before it gets too hot outside. Plus, they're already going to start putting out flowers, so why not add some color and some flowers to your spring garden? The 7th and final thing that we need to be doing is starting seeds or setting out our spring/summer flowers and herbs. So that includes things like your dill, your basil, chives, cilantro, fennel, oregano, mint, any of those herbs. We can go ahead and get them out there in the garden. But I mentioned basil. I should have taken that off the list. Something like basil, I personally won't plant out into the garden until April. We just had this crazy little cold spell that came through. The temperatures got down into the high 30s, and it's the middle of March, okay? If we would have had our basil outside, it would have been stunted or died during that time. So that's why I personally don't like to plant basil until April. That's it. That's 7 things you need to be doing in your garden in the month of March. As always, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to check out the Just Grow It, the podcast. Now, if you found this informative, I need you guys to do one thing. I have a goal of turning this into a top 10 gardening podcast, and I can't do that without your assistance. So if you don't mind, would you please take out your phone and send this episode to as many people as you have in your contact list? And then in the messages, tell them to give me a 5-star review or leave me a comment. I would really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. That's it. It's officially springtime, so I'm not going to sit in here any longer. I need to get outside and get the rest of my garden set up. Yep, it's time to just grow it. You guys take it easy.